Hi everyone, this is Michael with Church Brand Guide. I wanted to take a moment to walk through a branding process to help you, if you're a communications director, to create a cohesive look and feel for your church that's going to be in line with the vision. That's what we know works well, to create a church that is attractive, and then once people come to the church and they check you out, it creates a sticky church where people want to stick around and be a part of what's going on, give towards it with their resources and their time and their abilities. So this is the process that will help you do that. So think about the church. This is this step right here is to think about the purpose of the church. The why does this church exist? And then you also want to think through the mission. Like, what does this church do on a regular basis, week in, week out? And then also, what is the vision? What are we hoping to create in the future? So think through those three things. It'll help you create a nice, clear picture of what you are trying to accomplish as a church. This is where you would have the pastor definitely give you some input on what is that. The next thing is to define your audience. Who is it that you're really good at reaching? What is the type of person that's you're really good at reaching? Two tips to keep in mind. One is that you're not saying no to people. So when you're thinking target audience, it's not about who you're turning away, because you're never going to turn people away. The target audience for your church and for your message and for the gospel is anybody that breathes. We just know that on a marketing side, if you have focus on your messaging and the design, it's going to be appealing to a wider group of people. Even though you might be targeting a small group of people, it's kind of counterintuitive, but it works. The second tip to keep in mind is to think about a mindset. It's not really about a demographic or a gender or anything like that. It could be more likely a mindset. People that just need help being good parents. That might be a mindset where you're just like, man, we got a great kids ministry, student ministry. If you're a parent, like, this church is going to be a great place for you. Or it could be somebody that needs hope. You know, if you need hope in your life, this is a great place for you. Maybe you as a pastor, your pastor has a great story about finding hope. So just define what that is. Poke around at it, be creative, and don't think about it as a limitation. It's not. Just think about it as a way to focus your communications, and that's what the goal is. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you on this video is, what is the journey? So when somebody shows up at your church for the first time, what's the journey that you have for them? What's the end result? So if they're at the front door for the very first time of your church, what's the end result that you want for them? And then how are you going to get them there? As a ministry, as a church, what do you have in place to get them there? And what does that start to look like? So if you answer those three questions, first asking who you are as a church, what is the vision, what is the mission, what is the purpose of our church? You don't have to come through with all of these statements. Those are just three things that we found work really well to help you define your church. What is the audience that you're really good at reaching? Remember, it's not about saying no. It's just about having focus. And then also, what is the journey you have for people? If you can figure these three things out and then build your logo, your website, the signage, everything around this idea, then you're going to create something that is very attractional to the right people. And then once they get there, you're going to help them stick. You're going to have a journey, a process that's going to connect with them to help transform them into what your vision is, like for what the God-given vision for you in this church is all about. So hopefully that helps you as you're thinking about your branding and how to create something that is attractional and sticky. My name is Michael Brassard with Church Brand Guide. Make sure you check out churchbrandguide.com. I want to help you with some resources, some free stuff to help you begin to do stuff like this, to think through it and to build something that's going to really help you in your community to reach more people. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.